Hey, what's up? My name's Caleb. I'm a full-time reseller. Today I'm going to be going over part one of my weekly thrift haul. I is going to go live while I'm on vacation, and so I thought that maybe with this week I could see if the expected profits from both the videos this week could add up to cover the cost of my family's vacation. So I'm going to run up a little tally on the bottom, see what our expected profit is on just these items, and in the next video I'm going to go over what my expenses are for the vacation so we can add it up after both videos and see if just one day of thrifting, I can cover my entire family's vacation. So let's check it out. The first item, I'll have to throw some pictures up on the screen because I already listed it because it's a little bit time sensitive, but these are some vintage brown sweatpants. I paid $7.50 for these, and honestly, I just love picking it up because this is my favorite team and it's a really cool piece. Still should be able to sell them for a minimum $20 plus shipping. I paid $10 for this Patagonia button up. I really like the feel and texture of this. It kind of has like almost like a seersucker linen-y feel, even though it's just polyester and cotton, but a really nice summer shirt, and I would call this a camp shirt would be a good keyword for this. I paid $7.50 for this Express like half zip flannel. It is new with the tags and the retail price on it was 80 bucks. If you guys watch the videos, you know new with tag mall brands are one of my bread and butter items, so I'm happy to pick this up for $7.50 and sell it for $25. I paid about $5 for this Carhartt shirt. This is the really heavyweight canvas work shirt, and it is in size 3XL tall, so that's gonna really help the sell through and help it sell for a little bit more money. If I had to guess, this is about a $25 item. I paid $5 for this. I normally don't pick up kids items, but this was an LL Bean jacket, and it's one of the 3-in-1 models that I've talked about where it comes with the liner and the outer shell, and it has this really nice waterproof material on it. And for only $5 to get one of the higher outdoor brands, even in a kid's jacket, I can still sell this quickly for $20 minimum. I paid $15 for these Levi's. They were new at tags in a decent size of 36-30. The cut is the 559, which is just a kind of an average cut, but relaxed and straight. Those are styles that are in style currently, so I have no problem selling this quickly for $30. I paid about $12 for this LL Bean jacket. It has a really nice like waxed canvas material. I'm gonna go to Google and type in this 6-digit code and get the exact model name for this and be able to sell it for a little bit more money and a little bit quicker. I would guess that this is a $30 jacket. I paid $7.50 for this Duluth fleece jacket. They did have this priced up at $50 for a few weeks, and eventually they lowered the price, and when it went to half off from the lowered price, I was able to pick this up. I really like picking up Duluth outerwear. It's still selling really well for me. And this kind of has that wind stopper material I've talked about in my videos before. But even though it's fleece, it has a barrier in between the two layers of fleece and makes it wind resistant or windproof. And it's just a really nice material. This also has the snap buttons and is more like a shacket, which is very in style. And it'll be able to sell all the way in through spring as well. I paid about $4 for this REI Co-op fleece jacket. On the REI tags, you are wanting to pick up the ones that say Co-op next to them. That's just their updated line. If it doesn't say Co-op after it, it's an older and just base level model, so it might be a little harder to sell. Another nice thing on the REI pieces is on the tag down here, this top number on this style tag will be able to pull up the exact style so you can use the proper model name just like on the LL Bean pieces. I would guess this is about a $20 jacket. This next item is a Callaway pullover. I really don't pick these up anymore, but it was half off of 6 plus the additional 25% off discount. So, you know, it's like $2.50. So at that price, I know that because this is one of their performance models, a little bit nicer quality, I can still get this sold for 15 to 20 bucks. And since I got it so cheap, I'm still making well over 10 bucks. I paid about $4 for this Polo Golf quarter zip. Here's the tag. This isn't anything to write home about, but I like picking up these golf bread and butter basics in the winter when I can get them cheap, so in the spring I can sell them for a little bit more. I would guess this is about a maybe $20 sale or so. So since I'm getting under $5, happy to pick it up. Another thing is if I look up this logo, and if any of you know it, please leave it in the comments. That could be a golf course. If it happens to be one that's like really expensive or really prestigious, it can even help the value. I paid $7 for this silk FUBU shirt. It's vintage, but still new with the tags. So Y2K is coming back in style. So honestly, I don't know what this is worth or if it's even a good pickup, but I just thought it was really cool to see one of those older pieces, new with tags. And it does have this kind of like dragon print on it, and Fubu is one of those better Y2K brands. So hoping to get 25-30 bucks for it. I paid about $5 for this women's LL Bean flannel. I love the colors on this. It's going to help it stand out on eBay. And I've been selling LL Bean flannels very well. So since it's women's, it might be worth a little bit less. So I would say it's about 20 bucks. I paid $6 for this Tommy Bahama flannel. The reason I picked this one up is it's size 2XL, and it's like a flannel material, and it's a nice, a little bit bolder of a color, so I think I'll be able to sell it quickly for about 20 bucks. I paid 10 bucks for this LL Bean chamois flannel. This is the tag you're looking for. This one's size medium, so not amazing, but I've been selling these really quick for 25 to 30. I paid $5 for this Brooks Brothers sweater. It is merino wool. Brooks Brothers, I am picking up the elevated materials, your cashmeres, merino wools, lamb's wool, that kind of stuff, because it's honestly been selling great for me for about 25 to 30 bucks, so 5 into 25. I paid 12 bucks for these vintage Levi's. The reason I paid up for them is because they are made in USA, and the size is 36-36. So this is what you're looking for on that back tag, made in USA. And anything 36 inseam is honestly just very rare, but people that are really tall need that size. So I think it's gonna help it sell really quick, and for maybe 35 bucks. I paid $4 for these vintage Levi's. These ones aren't as desirable. They are the 545 cut with the bronze tab. And based on the tag, these are from 1996. So still have some things going for them, but they are size 46 waist, which isn't great, but they are length of 34, which helps a little bit. So honestly, I wouldn't have picked these up if they were much more expensive, but for $4, I'm happy to pick these up and wait it out a little bit and sell these for 30. I paid $4 for this LL Bean fleece vest. I love selling these because these are called the Mountain Classic Fleece Vests. When you put that in the title, it really increases the sell-through rate. So I'm happy to pick these up cheap and sell it quickly for 20 bucks. I paid $5 for this Polo Ralph Lauren golf polo. This isn't their performance material, but the reason I really picked this up is because it had this logo on it. And then I checked out the sleeve, and this is actually for the US Open at Torrey Pines, which is really gonna help the value. I would say without those embroideries, this is like a $15 to $20 shirt, but with those, it's probably a $25 to $30 shirt. I paid $7.50 for this Riggs workwear flannel by Wrangler. It's super heavyweight and really well made, so I know this is gonna be one of those bread and butter workwear pieces that I can get sold for 20 to 25 quickly. I paid $5 for this Nike golf polo. It is from a college, I believe Delaware. I'll have to look into it to double check that. But I passed this 2 weeks ago, and I didn't realize that it was new with tags. So once I saw this was new with tags, this was an easy pickup for $5, easy $25. When you're at the thrift store and you see somebody else that looks like a reseller, don't be afraid to introduce yourself. Somebody actually came up to me the other day at the thrift store, introduced himself. We had a great conversation. He actually sources completely different things that I do, so I was actually on the lookout for some of the things he buys, and he actually pointed this particular item out to me. So shout out Spencer, thanks for looking out. This is a women's down vest by Eddie Bauer. This didn't fit his business model, but he saw the videos and said, hey, this looks like something you would sell. I only paid $4 for it, and because it's down filled and has this quilted texture, I've been selling these really quickly for 25 to 30 bucks, which fits my business model perfectly. I paid $5 for these Scotch and Soda chinos. This brand honestly is pretty hit or miss. They have lots of different tag designs, so I just look up each item individually, and I want to find ones that have a consistent sales history, because some of their items are so unique, they're not really bought and sold very often online. But this particular Warren chino did have some good sales history, so I was happy to pick it up for $5 because the retail price on these items are very high. I paid $3 for this Nike pullover. I really like this material. It felt super high quality. And it also has this college football logo on there. So that's not really going to help or hurt the value value too much, but I would guess this is at least a $20 item, and for only $3, I'm happy to pick it up. I paid $6 for this Woolrich chamois flannel. This is just like the LL Bean ones. It has that nice heavy brush texture. Hunting is a good keyword for this. If you're out wearing this in the woods, you know, the brush and stuff is not going to go through your shirt. This is going to block it off you. And black is a great color for these because it's very desirable from the demographic that purchases these items. I would say this is a $25, $30 item. And here's another one in brown. I paid $9 for this one. I paid $5 for this REI pullover. When I first saw this, I was hoping it was a merino wool base layer. Turns out it's only polyester, but it is the Cool Max polyester. So this actually is still a newer style from REI, and these base layer pullovers really sell well in the outdoor brands. Like I said, I only paid $5 for this, so I'm guessing it's a quick $20. I paid $12 for this Banana Republic sweater. The reason I picked this one up is because it's new with the tags, and it is silk and cashmere. So with the elevated materials and new with tags, I think this is an easy $30 sweater. I paid $7.50 for this Tommy Bahama Island Zone like short sleeve button up. I've sold this exact model before very quickly for $25 to $30. Island Zone is a great line of Tommy Bahama. This Island Zone tag here. And this is the Supima cotton, which doesn't really add too much value, but this particular style with like the knit textured short sleeve button up, I've sold these really well before. I paid $5 for this LL Bean sweater. I was really excited to see this was only $5 because it was 100% merino wool, which is really going to help the value. I would say it's probably a $25 sweater. Here's another merino wool sweater by Polo Ralph Lauren. I paid $4 for this one. And same thing, because it's that elevated material, this one's gonna sell quick for probably $25. I paid $5 for these FootJoy waterproof pants. This is the logo you're looking for. They're normal like golf pants are okay. I pick them up if they're cheap, but these waterproof, like heavy duty, these actually say Dry Joyce Tour Collection, so that's gonna increase the value even more. Here's a good look at that tag. Size XL, it has adjustable waist, so it will fit lots of people. I think these are just super legit. I'm very excited to look up comps. If I had to just guess right off the bat, I'd say $35, but I wouldn't be surprised if these actually sold for quite a bit more. I paid $10 for this Cabela's Chore coat. Chore, barn, field, those are all keywords I'm going to use to get this thing sold. It is vintage. It's 3XL tall, great size, a ton of pockets on it, nice corduroy collar. This is like just an amazing jacket. If this was Carhartt, it was probably $150 to $200 jacket. In Cabela's, still probably a $50 jacket. And speaking of Carhartt, I paid $30 for this Carhartt jacket. This is just the classic model, full zip, heavy duck canvas, hooded, has this quilted lining. It's size XL, and here is where you find the model number on these, J140. So I'm going to go into eBay, type in Carhartt J140. That's going to pull up the exact comps for this style of jacket. I am going to throw distressed in the title because this had some spots and stuff on it. I'm not even going to worry about washing it, trying to clean it up. People just want these, and they're selling like hotcakes right now. So going to get listed quick and sold quick. So that wraps up the thrift haul. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Stick around for the next one.